Hello, Junk Journal buddies. Today is noisy in the neighbourhood. I hope that noise isn't too bad. Somebody's just started their mower or something. Day 24. Oops, and my pen's running out. Day 24, ephemeral, as opposed to ephemera. That makes it a bit trickier, doesn't it? I was thinking, so we tend to talk about insects. Like ephemeral means a very brief life. And so I thought, let's pretend this is a mayfly. Ooh, that's very black. Which it may very well be, who knows. So there's my little mayfly, very ephemeral. And then I thought one of the things that we use a lot, or maybe not a lot, maybe a little bit, are flowers. And flowers are also somewhat ephemeral, just some of them here today, gone tomorrow. These little daisies, I haven't tried this before. Let's see if I can glue this in. Possibly should have laminated it rather than gluing it, but only one way to find out. So these little daisies are beautiful. They grow in my driveway and they flower endlessly, and so it's easy to think the flowers are oops, I don't have a cloth. Somewhat longer lived perhaps, but really they're very brief, their little lives. And they're very sweet. And they're actually purple and white. Oh, look, there goes the leaves. My dried flowers are very ephemeral. Okay, let's see if I can do this. So, you know, a brief life. Oh, never mind. Let's go like that. So that one's looking at that one. So we look at the mayfly as having a very brief life, but in reality, our lives are pretty brief too. These came in happy mail, and I don't tend to use people generally unless they're more fantasy people, so I thought I'll use these in here because they go with my theme. It's like we think of other things as being ephemeral, but really when a rock or a mountain or the ocean looks at us, what must they think? Mayflies creating mayhem. There we go. We'll pop those two there to remember the ephemeral nature of everything, including us. And then I found, where's my pen? There. I found a couple of quotes which I thought worked rather well with this. In this short life, by Emily Dickinson. In this short life that only lasts an hour, how much, how little is within our power? You can read that however you like. I like to focus on both, actually. We can do what we can do, how much, and we can relax about all the little the things we can't do. So I'm going to tuck that in there because I really like that. This photograph reminded me of these beautiful photographs of my parents on their honeymoon. And they're both gone now, but you know, the world was their oyster, looking ahead. So I'm going to tuck those in there too. So there we go. That's my spread for ephemeral. I've been thinking a lot about how how brief life is. Really, since Dad died, it's hard not to. I don't think we think about it enough. I like the Tibetan idea that it's important to die a good death, to actually be prepared. Not in a morbid way, but just in a realistic way. I mean, nobody gets out of here alive, right? Anyway, to lighten this up, here's one from Ferris Bueller. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Remember. Look around, enjoy, embrace. Might be ephemeral, but it's pretty fabulous. And then, then we're on to 25. I don't know how I'm going to put this great long thing in. 25 is tea-dyed. Haha. Tea-dyed, what we all do a lot of, probably. A lot, I mean, look, here we go. This is tea-dyed with a vinyl placemat, a round placemat with all these wonderful dots. So you get all this patterning. These are tea-dyed. A lot of the pages that we've been using in here. When I first started doing junk journals, a friend gave me this collection of tea bags, which, oh my goodness, there's so many in here. I haven't used any of them, would you believe? Isn't that nice though? Ooh, okay, that one's still a tube. Oh no. The problem with tea bags would be the tea. Okay, got a few other things for tea-dyed. You know, one of the things I use a lot, especially on my covers, is this gauze, which comes in little squares from the chemist, but unwraps and pulls out of shape. I'll show this on the desk, but it's very white. So if when you're drinking your coffee or tea and there's a little bit left over, I don't know how well you can see that actually. Probably not at all, but trust me, this one looks white and this one has taken on a much more vintage, neutral kind of a coloration. So I thought